The Festival of Fashion, Lakme Fashion Week Winter Festive just concluded in Mumbai. The event is a leading platform for designers. However, the contribution of gorgeous model cannot be ignored. In fact, the success of this gala event is much dependent on various models who walk the ramp with attitude and enhance the glamour element of the show. On the sidelines of the show, Adgully caught up with the ramp diva Neetra Raghuraman. She is one such gorgeous model who can't be ignored for her contribution to the fashion fraternity. Neetra shared her experience of ramp walking and what it takes to be a successful model.
I started modeling actually almost a decade ago, and I won a contest called the Look of the Year, which was actually an elite model look contest put together by Times of India and Femina. And because I won the contest, it took me internationally. It was actually a pretty big contest at par with Miss India. So again, there were like some 9,000 contestants, and you get shortlisted to like 14. So when I got shortlisted, it was, I mean, like oh my God, I think we should do it. So I turned up here. I came up to Bombay for the first time. I mean, I visited Bombay as a friend, but then I turned up to Bombay as a, model. And it worked. I won the contest. I went to Nice. I got selected by Elite, so I went to Milan. I was working in Milan for some time, and then I came back to India and I started working here. So that's pretty much how it was. I never wanted to be a model, and even after I became a model, I didn't want to be a model for quite some time. But after quite some time, I decided that I am a model and I should just do the job better. So that was kind of a change, a good change, and it makes you love your job more, it makes you do your job better. And after that, it's been a few years. I don't think it's been easy for anybody who's entered, any industry, whatever that it might be. Even if you're working in an office, you pretty much start at like a lower rung, and you're trying to get the hang of the job. The same way when you're modeling, it's all about meeting people, getting people your portfolios, getting them to see you, getting them to like you. It's complicated. You have to meet, like for me, especially because I'm not from Bombay, I don't know the city. It was very difficult. I didn't know anybody. So you have to kind of, I didn't know the city. I was staying on my own. It was mighty difficult, but time goes by, and then you get the hang of the city, you get the hang of meeting people. So then, when you meet a bunch of people, do a couple of auditions, and slowly then I got one break, I got an ad. I started doing more and more shows. And then people start recognizing you, and then it just picks up. Work picks up after that. So it wasn't easy though. The struggle is, like I said, the same. You really have to, the competition is pretty strong. It seems to be a field that everybody's vying for right now. So you really have to take care of yourself. You have to meet a lot of people. It involves a lot of groundwork. It involves a lot of hard work. It involves a lot of things that don't come your way. A lot of people who say we don't want to work with you. A lot of people who will reject you. And it's very difficult, You can't afford to get dejected by these things. You have to... I believe you still have to believe in yourself, because, if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't have the basic willpower to go out there and get something, it's never going to happen. So you need to believe in yourself and keep trying, and then you break in, and once you break in, it becomes easier and easier and easier. But I would also say that everybody, especially when you're young, you cannot afford to get carried away by this industry, because it's very easy to get carried away. But it's the world of glamour, you have to be grounded. Otherwise, it hits you pretty hard when you have to quit it. Being a model, it can be a bit of a workout in general. I work out very regularly. Diet has... I guess we're all a little careful about a diet. I'm not one of those who diets. I'm not one of those who goes off on, I'm not going to eat this ever. I don't do any of that. I eat everything. But you need to be careful. You kind of need to keep a track of your body. You have to understand where your food is affecting you properly, where it's affecting you badly. And then you need to, if you cannot work out for some time, I guess the amount of food you eat will go down. Because you naturally realize that if you're going to eat as much as you're eating and you're not working out, then it's going to make you gain weight, and you don't really want to gain weight. So I don't think anybody in this world wants to gain weight anymore. So, you just have to like stay healthy. The best part about being a model is because it requires us to stay in shape, we invariably work out, and that helps us because we remain healthy, right? It's great to work out. The world should work out. It's just that most people don't. And because we have to for our job, we are healthy. And that's very good. As in any industry, there are too many people in this world right now. Population has sprung up a bit too much. So there will always be a clamor for any kind of a job. Job like modeling, more than normal. Job like Bollywood or Hollywood, like 20 times as much, I'm sure. So I guess you have to believe that there is work, otherwise you're never going to try. At the same time, you will get your breaks. Yeah, there's more than enough work going around. As the population increases, so many people turn up. You need so many more people to show them things. I guess it depends from designer to designer, actually. I mean, I work with a lot of international choreographers, a few times in India, a couple of times abroad that I have also visited and worked with people. It depends. It's sometimes, and it also depends, like internationally, when I was in Milan, for example, grunge was in, so they wanted you to look a certain way, they wanted you to walk a certain way. So it kind of gets told to you when you start, and then you need to bring that forth. I guess the only difference in India versus abroad is in India it's your country, right? They know you. So at the end of it, you belong to your country, your people. So they're a little bit more kind to you, I would think, than people abroad who would just tell you to go take a walk if they don't like you. So it's obviously a little nicer to be working in your own country. I feel like Bollywood is pretty much taking over this country. That's what I always say. Forget the cult following that actors like Salman and all follow, which is great because he makes really fun films to watch. It's just that everybody, I mean, no product wants to sell without a Bollywood face. No product wants to launch without a Bollywood personality. It doesn't matter if those actors have work, if the actors have never acted or like have done one film and will not work again. But the point is, as long as they're associated, the association holds. It's fine, I guess. It's a phase. I mean, these phases come and go. So right now, this is it. This is what people want. What people want, people will get. So if they want Bollywood, they will get Bollywood. As far as Bollywood on ramp is concerned, I don't think anybody decides to come and start walking on the ramp without being invited. The only reason they walk is because obviously the designers or the sponsors have asked for them. So it's if that's what, again, like I said, if that's what they want, it's great. The only issue I feel is a lot of times when a designer gets a Bollywood personality or a sponsor gets a Bollywood personality, what happens is the designer's mainstay, which is the clothes, which is actually the star of the show, not the models, not the personality, it's always the clothes, because that's what the designer is about, right? So those things get lost because everyone only talks then about the Bollywood star. They're like, this person came as a showstopper, this person came to start the show, this person was there. I'm like, what about the clothes? So that could be, I guess, the only drawback. I have always been doing, I've been walking on the ramp, but at the same time, I've always been doing other things. So I host a lot of shows. I worked with National Geographic, I worked with Bloomberg, I've done shows with Z, with Star. So I host shows on a regular basis, so that brings me back to television. I did Fear Factor a couple of years ago. That was a lot of fun. I keep doing these kind of different things, which takes care of me from getting bored of any one thing, which is good. The other thing is, as far as work after modeling is concerned, there is something in the pipeline that I am working on. It's a pretty cool idea that I'm working on, and it is something that I will bring out in the next, I would think roughly 2 to 3 months. It should be coming out, but till then we can't talk about it. So I'm going to sound completely cliched and say, oh, you're going to have to wait and watch. Well, I can holiday in my own house. I think tomorrow is going to be a holiday for me in my own house. So I just need to I mean, there's a million things. Yeah, I read a lot. I sketch. I travel when I feel like it. I meet up with friends. That's pretty much it. The one thing I don't do is shop. I do not shop anymore. It does not. It stresses me more than relaxes me. But yeah, I mean, there are like a million TV shows that I haven't caught up with. I mean, international. So there'll be all of those things to do. And traveling, I travel a lot. I go to New York literally 2 times a year. It's my favorite place in the world. I visit New York 2 times a year. I'll be going again October or November now. And I go there, meet my family, friends. I walk on the streets of New York. It's by far the best thing that I could ever do. And apart from that vacation, there are a million places here. But I believe India is really, really beautiful. And more than visit other parts of the world, what I really want to go through and see more is actually India. Right now, I'm hooked on to West Wing, which is actually a much older show. But I've just started seeing it. And I'm really hooked onto it. I've been at the last 10 days, I've forced myself not to watch it because once I start watching it, then I'll watch like 3, 4, 5 hours of it before I go to sleep. So it's going to start tonight. It's out already. I kept it out today morning saying, baby, I'm coming back, don't worry. So tonight I'll go back and watch West Wing. I read a lot actually. I have a library at home. I have a lot of favorite authors. Can't say favorite. I have a lot of authors that I like to read. Somebody that I'm reading right now and I really enjoy his books is William Dalrymple. I really enjoy his books, and City of Jinns has actually become one of my favorite books. I love Ayn Rand as much as a few people don't like her. I love Gabriel Garcia Marquez. 100 Years of Solitude is one of my favorite books. I've just started reading 9 Lives by William Dalrymple, and it's amazing. It's an amazing book. People think that the modeling industry is all about the glamour and, oh my God, models, they must be leading such glamorous lives and stuff. I guess, yeah, we do. But at the same time, believe me when I say that there is a lot of hard work, so much hard work. I mean, it's 18-hour days at times, and at the end of 18 hours, we still need to look good the next morning. And we still need to have fabulous bodies at the end of it. And we still need to be pleasant and smiling and happy and present what the designer wants. It's not easy, and there's no retakes, and there is no cuts and actions to give you prompting. It's just our life, and it's one thing that I believe people should know is it's not an easy life. It's actually a very, very difficult life, but one that can be a lot of fun and one that can be very good if you make it out to be like that for you.